Fabian Dreary, the custodian of the files. Entry granted. The 420 files. Nobody knows how long Fabian Dreary has worked at the club. That's the first thing new staff notice. Not his face, not the way he appears silently behind people. Not even the old silver keys hanging from his belt. It's that nobody can remember a time before him. Older staff swear Fabian trained them personally. Even people who left years ago remember him being there. But when dates get compared, something stops making sense. Some former employees are now in their 50s, others in their 20s. Yet all of them describe Fabian exactly the same. Same black shirt, same tired eyes, same calm voice. Like he never aged at all. The system lists him as a Fabian Dreary. Position, old manager. Status, active. No employment date. No payroll records. No emergency contact. Just active, always active. New staff usually meet him during closing shifts, especially near 4:20 a.m. That's when Fabian appears from the back corridor carrying a thick stack of old folders. The files, yellowing paper, membership forms, incident reports, missing staff records. Most are stamped with the same symbol. Entry granted. Fabian never lets anyone touch them. If questioned, he simply says, "Some entries should stay closed." People joke about him constantly. Call him creepy. Call him a ghost. Until they spend enough nights in the club, then the jokes stop. Because Fabian always seems to know things before they happen. Which members will disappear, which cameras will glitch, which staff won't finish their shifts. And every single time something goes wrong, Fabian is already there, waiting. One former bartender named Kelly claimed Fabian approached her 3 days before she vanished from the system. He handed her a cigarette despite her never smoking, then quietly told her, "When the corridor changes shape, don't follow the second door." Kelly laughed nervously. 3 nights later, she disappeared during closing. The CCTV only showed static. But for one frame, staff later discovered Fabian standing calmly beside the distorted footage, watching, like he expected it, like he'd seen it happen before. That's when rumors began spreading among staff. Fabian wasn't management. He was something older, a custodian, part of the original system itself. The deeper staff dug, the stranger things became. Old photographs from the earliest days of the club showed Fabian standing beside the founder. Same expression, same clothes, no aging whatsoever. Then somebody found Christine. Not physically, in an old archive tape. The footage showed Christine sitting beside the founder inside the unfinished club years before opening night, standing behind them quietly, holding a stack of folders against his chest. Was Fabian Dreary, watching the camera. The timestamp on the footage read, April 20th, 1994. But Fabian looked identical to how he does now. That's when the Custodian's theory began. According to whispers among senior staff, the founder didn't build the club alone, and there were 3 of them. The founder, Christine, Fabian, the Custodians. Nobody fully understands what they discovered beneath the original building. Some say it was a signal, some say a doorway, some say the system was never technological at all. But whatever they found, It changed them permanently. The founder became obsessed with expanding the system. Christine became trapped within it. And Fabian stayed behind to guard it, to maintain the entries, to oversee the files, to decide who gets through. Staff began noticing strange patterns around Fabian afterward. Clocks stop near him. CCTV static intensifies when he appears. And members who speak to him for too long often forget parts of the conversation immediately afterward. But the worst thing? Fabian is always present during the quiet hour. Always. While members freeze, while reality glitches, while the system synchronizes. Fabian walks freely through the club, carrying the files beneath his arm, checking names calmly, watching the frozen members carefully, like a librarian maintaining order in hell. One new employee named Aaron decided to follow him one night. Worst mistake of his life. At exactly 4:20 a.m., the club fell silent. The quiet hour began. Fabian emerged from the back corridor carrying the files as usual. But this time, instead of walking through the club, he opened a hidden door behind the CCTV room. Aaron followed carefully. Beyond the door wasn't another hallway. It was endless. Rows upon rows of filing cabinets stretching into darkness forever. Thousands, maybe millions. Each cabinet labeled with names, membership numbers, dates, timelines, and moving silently between them were other versions of Fabian. Older, younger, injured, distorted, all carrying files, all endlessly organizing records beneath flickering red lights. Aaron realized something horrifying immediately. The system didn't just archive members, it archived realities. Every timeline, every disappearance, every failed version of the club, stored forever beneath the system. Then Aaron saw Christine, standing motionless at the far end of the archive, watching Fabian silently, and beside her stood the founder, or what remained of him. His face flickered constantly like damaged CCTV footage. The founder looked toward Aaron slowly, then whispered, "Fabian keeps the doors closed." Aaron backed away immediately, but Fabian was already standing behind him, silent, holding a file with Aaron's name written across the front. Fabian looked genuinely exhausted. "You weren't supposed to see this level." Aaron asked him what the files really were. Fabian stared down at the endless archive beneath the club, then quietly answered, "Every version of people the system couldn't let go." The lights flickered violently overhead, and for the first time, Aaron saw fear in Fabian's eyes. Because somewhere deep in the archive, something massive moved. Cabinets shaking, metal groaning, like something trapped beneath the system was waking up. Fabian immediately shoved Aaron toward the exit. "Go back upstairs." "What's down there?" Aaron shouted. Fabian looked toward the darkness, then whispered something almost impossible to hear. "The first members." The archive lights suddenly turned red. Every filing cabinet began opening simultaneously, and from somewhere deep beneath the endless rows, thousands of voices started whispering together. "Entry granted." Aaron ran. When he finally reached the club upstairs, Everything looked normal again. Music playing, members laughing. Reality restored. Fabian stood behind the bar, calmly polishing a glass bong. Like nothing had happened, Aaron quit the next morning. But before leaving, Fabian handed him a small sealed folder. Inside was a single document, an employee file, Aaron's file. Except the employment date was impossible. April 20th, 1994. Same as Fabian, same as Christine, same as the founder. At the bottom of the page, stamped in red ink, were 4 words. The custodians never leave. Now former staff swear Fabian still appears in clubs connected to the system worldwide. Teesside, Marbella, Amsterdam, Berlin, always near the CCTV rooms, always carrying the files. Still watching, still sorting, still deciding which entries stay open. And if Fabian Dreary ever learns your name, the system has already started creating your file. Entry granted. The 420 files.